Hello everybody, I'm 1212 the Doctor, and I'm the first half of the News Nerds, because apparently Noah's the second half. And I'm going to be talking about his topic from last week, and then introducing a new topic and talk about that. His topic from last week was about flying cars. And yes, flying cars exist, and no, they're not the future. Here's the thing with flying cars. There actually are several prototypes of them that have been made, but they're basically like helicopters. You have to have a strip to launch off of, and you have to have a 100-meter strip to land on. And they use propellers and stuff. And so it's a flying car, you know, that's cool, because it's the future and what everyone's been dreaming about or whatever. But it's really just a helicopter, except worse. Because here's the thing with flying cars. First of all, good luck getting it accepted. Google's self-driving car, which is like hundreds of times safer than flying cars, are having trouble getting accepted. They've been accepted in several states for testing purposes so far, and hopefully they'll get accepted over the entire US eventually. But if they can barely get that accepted, there's no way flying cars are going to get accepted. Also, they don't drive on roads. I mean, I guess they can, but they're flying, so they like fly around and stuff. And just, I don't know, you're going to have to find some replacement for that. Like, that's just, you can't just you can't just drive around and then just suddenly fly over cars that are in front of you because you don't like them or something, or because you don't want to sit in traffic or whatever. Also, they're really dangerous, like I said before. Here's the thing with a flying car. If someone else has a flying car, which is likely, and there's a wreck, good luck surviving the impact of the wreck, which is possible with airbags and stuff, but you're going to have to survive the impact twice, because it's going to fall if you crash with someone. And the other car's going to crash too right next to it, and that's going to be really bad, and you're probably not going to survive that. I mean, I don't know, it just seems really unsafe. And plus, you might fall on other cars underneath, which would be even worse. It's just incredibly dangerous. Just a wreck would be horrible. So, yeah, I don't like the idea of flying cars. Now for my topic, which I changed and decided what to say at the last minute. As many of you know, the new Xbox was announced yesterday, called the Xbox One, because apparently Microsoft can't count. Well, it's actually called the Xbox One because it's supposed to be all-in-one. It's supposed to be like one device that's all your entertainment, like your TV, your Skype, Netflix, all that stuff, and your gaming, which they didn't talk about much. That's okay. All in one device. And after looking at it and reading some articles about it and stuff, I don't know, I was more impressed with the PlayStation 4 and Wii U than the Xbox One. And here's the thing, with the Xbox One announcement yesterday, they mostly talked about how it's also a TV, which isn't really that impressive. Like, you know, the Wii can do Netflix too. I guess it can't do cable TV, but you can switch to cable TV with the Wii still running, and I don't know, and you can play Wii U games on your gamepad while the TV is running and stuff. That's not exactly the same thing. But the Xbox One, here's the biggest problem. You can play used games on it, but you have to pay full price for them unless you sign into your Xbox Live account, or the original owner's Xbox Live account, or the Xbox whatever account, Xbox One account or whatever. So if you have a game, you put it in your Xbox, you install it on your Xbox. Once you install that game once, it's tied to your Xbox account. So if you bring it to your friend's house, you have to sign into your Xbox account to play it, which you can do that. But if you buy a used game, then you have to pay full price for it in addition to the price of the game, which doesn't really make sense. Yeah. And the purpose of that is, here's the thing, when you buy a used game, the developers get no money from it. The only people who get money are the store. And so many people buy used games that just hurts developers a lot. So I always buy games new just to support the developers, and because I like unwrapping games because it's cool. But I'm not sure how I feel about charging full price for a used game. I think one solution, maybe, I'm not sure how well this would go over, would be to charge a small price for a game. Like, for a used game, you put it in, it charges you like $1 or something, because it does kind of bother me that so many people buy used games, and they enjoy the game, play them, and like them a lot, but the developers get no money from it. Some people are wondering what will happen to renting games. Here's my solution to renting games. I don't know how well this would work. It seems like it would work pretty well. Okay, so you sign in to the store or whatever, and then you can pay $5 and get to play the game for like an hour. And then when your hour's up, it'll prompt you and be like, hey, you can pay $55 more and buy the full game now, or you can pay $5 and play it for another hour, or however long, maybe 2 hours, whatever. So that way you can pay a little bit of money, have fun with your friends, and then if you really like the game, you can go back and buy it later if you want to, or you can just pay like $10 and have the game for a while and stuff. It's, sort of like an arcade, a long time ago. You put a quarter in, you play the game for a while till you die, and then you can either buy the arcade machine, I guess, or put another quarter in and play for longer. So I guess it's kind of the same idea as that. I don't know how well that would work, but it would be interesting to try. So yeah, that's my opinion. I'm gonna get a Wii U. The Xbox probably has the most processing power of the 3 next-gen consoles, or the 3, unless you count the Ouya. Well, it has more than it'd be 4, but it still has more processing power than the Ouya. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Goodbye.